Have you ever witnessed nature's most dramatic spectacle? The clash of antlers, the bugle of a bull elk echoing through the mountains? We got to see it close up in the highlands of eastern Arizona. Stick around because we're taking you to the front lines of the elk rut in the Apache National Forest. This fall, we spent 5 days photographing Rocky Mountain elk during the beginning of the rutting season. We had 4 cameras going, and we were right in the middle of it all, capturing 3 different harems. The highlight, a single massive bull, a harem of at least 60 cows. His bugle was pure dominance, and the rest of the herd knew it. We also spent time with 2 other bulls, each with about a dozen cows. While we didn't see any intense sparring, we did catch a smaller bull getting chased off. It was a perfect display of raw nature, the tension, the power, and the sheer force of the dominant bull protecting his mating rights. These magnificent animals were most active in the afternoons and evenings, emerging from the forest to graze in the open. Seeing them was a photographer's dream. Here's a fun fact. The cows from this season's rut won't be born until late May or early June after a long 8-month gestation. But did you know this elk population is a story of a great comeback? The original Merriam elk in Arizona went extinct around 1900. By 1922, the entire North American elk population was at a critical low. Thanks to conservation efforts, 83 Rocky Mountain elk were reintroduced to Arizona in 1913. Arizona's current elk population is now thriving with almost 35,000 animals. The herd is so healthy that the Arizona Game and Fish Department manages it with regulated hunts. It's a true wildlife success story that shows how conservation can bring species back from the brink. We had also hoped to spot some bighorn sheep running, but we only saw a few ewes with 1 lamb. Still, it was an incredible trip. To see these giants of the forest in such a raw, powerful state is a privilege. What's the most amazing wildlife encounter you've ever had? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing wildlife content.